Hello, everyone. My name is Fidel Cruz. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I just want to do this video so you can get to know a little bit more of me, where I come from, what I'm doing right now, what projects I'm working with, and this is kind of like a really awkward video, just because I don't do a lot of talking about myself. It's a lot easier to do a video where I'm talking about a program and things like that. But I think it is kind of important for you to get to know where I come from and why I'm doing what I'm doing uh, with this internet business and kind of things that I'm looking forward to accomplishing and so forth. So I'm originally from Oregon. I grew up in Oregon. I was born in Oregon, grew up in Oregon in a small farming town. And my parents are from Mexico. They immigrated here to the U.S. back in the 70s something. I don't know, like way before I was born. And so my dad, coming from a farming background in Mexico, that's what he pursued over here in the U.S. to keep on working in the farming in the farming I guess work. And actually now he I saw him, he's like one of my biggest mentors when it comes to business, because he started with left everything behind that he had in Mexico, and came to the U.S. pursuing the American dream, if you want to call it that. And seeing him just work 7 days a week, and put 16, 18 hours daily, and do the delayed gratification, just all that stuff. I really looked up to my dad, and now it's really successful farmer up in Oregon, and you know really high six-figure income earner. And you know he only had 1 year of school. I think he only went to like kindergarten and first grade, and that's it. So that really impacted me growing up, because I don't have college education. I finished, I graduated early from high school. I just school wasn't like my material. I just kind of did 2 years. In my last year, I did 2 years together. Got out of that to technical school for computer drafting. Hated being in front of a computer, so I went back to work at the farm. But then again, I didn't want to do the farming, because that just wasn't the thing that I wanted to do. And at that moment, I think I was like in my 20s or so. I would see my mom take like Herbalife products and things like that. And she introduced me. She actually told me, hey, maybe you should look into doing this. It caught my attention because it was something that I could do, kind of like what they call work from home deals. I subscribed. I think I saw a couple of protein shake things. And growing up, being in high school, a really small, skinny kid, really fast metabolism, and a lot of farm work. I was just, I was pretty skinny. So my passion being, 14 or 15, I was into like, working out, trying to eat a lot of protein, trying to bulk up. And I remember some of the best mentoring magazines was bodybuilding magazines. There's this guy called Bill Phillips. He would write articles about setting goals, about visualizing, how do you want to look, and just stuff like that. I took a lot of that stuff from way back there, being consistent with working out and things like that. Just kept all those stuff with me. And then that's how, my mom goes, well, if you like the protein shakes, you should start selling these protein shakes, blah blah blah. Well, anyways, I got introduced to other MLM companies, started going to conventions, listening to audio CDs, reading books. and I just kind of fell in love with that concept of, you could make 20, $30,000 a month and have the freedom lifestyle. And I saw that, like, even though my dad was making good amount of money, but you're always stuck to your business. I mean, it kind of like you own the business, but the business kind of runs your life. Most of our summers, while other people are taking vacations in the summer and whatnot, going to the lakes and things like that, we were working because that's the time you work in the farm in the summertime. Yet in the wintertime, we would take our vacations to Mexico, go out to the beach and stuff like that. When it was snowing up in Oregon, that was our vacation around those Christmas time and stuff like that. But anyway, so I kind of fell in love. Like, I wanted to be wherever I wanted to be, whenever I wanted to be, and to just work from what they say, have a home business. Well, I struggled. Actually, in my 20s, I did have a business where I was making a lot of money. I had a lot of time, and I was, pretty much really, really successful, if you want to say that, at a really young age. In my 20s, like probably like from 22 to 26, like four good years that I was just making a lot of money, a lot of bad decisions, a lot of bad mistakes. Um, and then when that business kind of fell through, I had good money saved up, and I just kind of didn't work like for a few years, but I was always trying to find the right business, the right thing to do online. But with it, if you don't have money coming in and you're spending, 5 grand every single month and so forth, well, those earnings kind of just went went away. So then I had to make a decision, and I did not want to farm. I did not want to live in Oregon, so I moved to Phoenix. From Phoenix, I moved over here to San Antonio. I started working for a company. It's like the first time that I actually had a job, started working for a company, but I wanted to work for I wanted to work in something that I could eventually start my own business. So when I saw the opportunity to start working for a carpet cleaning business, I took it. I learned really fast, and then I stayed with that company like for 3 years. It was like the longest 3 years because I had to show up at, like at, what was it? I think I had to show up at 7 in the morning. I had to show up every single day at 7 in the morning. I couldn't get off until they tell me to get off, and I had a great relationship with the manager. So with it, after 3 years, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go ahead and start my own carpet cleaning business. Went and bought, I used equipment. I think I spent like $5,000 in used equipment. Went out on pure faith and start knocking doors, start talking to people, start doing research on how I could set up my website. Of course, that cost me like another $1,000 to set up the website. How to get like SEO rankings, and started like learning all this stuff about websites and how to market online to get traffic to my website and start getting customers. So for the first year, it was like a lot of money going out, not a lot of money coming in, and then I started getting more into debt. Every single, like that first year, just like getting into a lot of debt. Had one car repoed. I still had my SUV, the one that's paid for. I still had that, but the other car that we had, it got repoed, and I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, but I'm gonna set my business, my carpet cleaning business. I'm gonna have my business, and just struggle for the first year. Finally, I started getting the hang of it and started getting customers online, getting good reviews, and then started getting those repeat customers. Eventually, was able to buy another carpet cleaning van, but it was all like borrowed money, and just never, there was weeks that I would make $2,000 profit, and there's weeks I would make $3,000 profit, and then there was those weeks that you were making like 200 or even $500, and it seems like all the time, like, Christmas comes around, and that's when you need more money, like the month that you need more money, and that's the time that as far as carpet cleaning business, that your income just drops because everybody else is spending money on presents and doing other stuff that's more important than cleaning your carpets. So after, how long has it been? 3, 4, like 4 years of just actually like 2 years, like within 2 years of doing it, I was like, you know what, I gotta go back into to setting up my home business and start looking for different opportunities. I didn't want to start doing the Amway meetings. I didn't want to do nothing like that. But I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be somehow where you can just build it off the internet. And of course, everything that you find online is like you got to buy. It's like, okay, you want to learn how to make money on the internet. Well, you got to buy this course, and it's going to cost you, $100 or $500. And you go through that course, and then you still don't know how to do it. You're like, I'm completely lost. And they're like, well, what you need to do is you got to buy this other one. And then so forth. You keep on buying training after training after training, and without them really explain to you exactly what you got to do. So I just couldn't figure it out. I could not figure it out. I after, like, doing the research, I keep on seeing this guy with a t-shirt and sandals, and he's talking about he lives in Costa Rica and so forth. So I jumped into that business, and he's like, this is how I build it. This is how I build it online, and there's a lot of stuff that I related to him. And so there it goes. I throw in $5,000 into that program. Really, really awesome program, by the way. And some of you guys probably already know what it is. And then the person that I signed up under, he's like, this is how you do it, Fidel. You gotta go buy leads. You gotta go buy traffic, send them to a capture page. So there I go. $6,000 of traffic into this capture page without even knowing how to use the autoresponder, without knowing how to follow up, without getting all that proper training, and no sales. No sales. So I was like, all right, so there goes $6,000, no sales whatsoever. But I still kept on doing it, and you go through all that training. It's really, really, really good training. It teaches you a lot of stuff that that actually I had already learned in a lot of the conventions that I had been to. It's like repeated information of stuff that I had already learned, before. So, but nothing that tells you exactly how to connect, like how to use YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Like, everything like is being sold to you. All that information is just being sold to you. And finally connected with another group, and they were giving out a free system. I got into the free system. Once again, is buy more traffic, drive them to the landing page, and then there you go, spending money on traffic just to get a few signups. I think with that opportunity, I got 8 signups. I spent about, I think, like $1,200 in paid traffic. Got 8 signups, and to the program that we were signing them up, we were making $8 per sign up. So do 8 times 8, that's $64. But I don't even, it might have not even, no, you know what, it wasn't even $8. It was $4 a sign up, because it was $4 times 8, $32. So I made $32 out of the $1,200 that I spent in traffic. So the numbers didn't add up. It didn't add up because it was a really, really low ticket offer. Anyways, through all those experiences, I found out that one of the guys in that group, he goes, "Hey Fidel, I want to help you out," and he sends me to this this guy that does that was doing training for a rev share company. Rev share at that moment, my advertising pays. I looked into it. The person that sent me to that video, I did not register under him. He sent me to this guru, the top leader. Probably not guru's not the right name, but he sent me to the top leader's blog. So I started going through the training. So I signed up under the top leader. So this is a big hint. And even that person, because I'm we're still Facebook friends and stuff like that. He says it like, the key of all this thing is like, you got to go do your own videos, you got to do your branding yourself, you got to, like he says it, you got to be on Facebook, you got to be on YouTube, you got to be on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, blah blah blah. And of course we don't know how to do it, so they set up this funnels of okay, well, for the people that don't want to do all that stuff, we have a funnel where you can send traffic to it, and guess what happens? Most people are going to sign up with the person doing the presentation. That's how it is. You will get signups. I got signups. I didn't spend a lot of money on traffic actually in that deal. I think I only did like 2 solo ads, so I spent like $80. Got 10 free signups. Nobody invested money in my advertising pays because they have the $50 ad packs. And so anyways, I had it all calculated that I was gonna, max out I was gonna hit not max out the plan, but the ad packs. And then that company just pulled out of the USA. It's not here no more. And I did get what's it called, a settlement for, because I had built it like it was, I had a lot of ad packs. I got a settlement. By that time I had already started in my paying ads, which is another rev share, and was looking into Traffic Monsoon, just because they were a little bit faster pay. And by actually, you know what, I wasn't even looking into my paying ads. For some reason I connected with one of my mentors, Drew, and I started seeing his videos, and then somehow I subscribed to his list, and he sent me some information about my paying ads. And I looked into it, and I'm like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. And see, I can kind of run through the numbers in my head. I really don't know. I'm not like Matt that he can build a calculator, but I can kind of look at the numbers and calculate it and go, look, this is, and I'm like, this is a lot faster than my paying ads. And then Drew, he does a training, and I started seeing exactly how he does his videos. He was walking me through all the video parts, how to do this, how to do that, how to get to rank on first page of YouTube, and how to use the Facebook properly, all for free. And I was like, wow. So I started doing that. I actually, I watched the training. I think a week went by. I don't know. I didn't know how to set up the webcam in my laptop. I didn't know how to set up all this, like how to join groups. I didn't know how to do none of that stuff. I knew how to do screenshots because that's, I knew how to do that, probably like 3 months prior to that. So once I started practicing the videos, the first one was not the easiest one to do. And I think like the first ones that I did, I was doing videos, and I would not load them to YouTube. I didn't know how to do YouTube. I didn't even know how to load them up to YouTube. So I'm like, well, I was still doing videos. And then I learned how to use that Camtasia Studio, which I thought, I didn't know how they zoom in, zoom out, and do all this presentation of sharing the screen. I didn't know how to do that. We're talking about like we're talking about 8 months ago. I didn't know how to do all that stuff. Then I started doing videos. I started getting more comfortable with it. And then when After that, I found out about triple thread. I put out like 2 or 3 videos of triple threat, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, like I was getting like signups, like, hey, I want to join you, I want to join. I was like, wow, and they're like, like people like, I had to sign up in Africa, and then I had to sign up in Greece, and then I had to sign up in here in Texas, somebody up in Dallas, and I had to sign up just like different places, and they're like, oh, we saw your YouTube video. I was surprised myself because I was like, I didn't even think that people were even going to look at my videos. So at first, I didn't want to share the video because I thought people were going to look at me. And then I realized that I was getting like one view, one view in my videos, and then I'm like, well, now I'm worried because nobody's looking at my videos. So it's just all these fears that I think that we start building inside of us. So and that's how my journey kind of started with the rev shares. I started, getting success and signups and making money and just learning this whole deal thing. Somehow connected with Jules through one of the programs, and he's talking about this secret rev share that he's gonna start and blah 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 and this, and I I have respect for Jules. Um, I never asked him for information. I did not want to start another rev share at the moment. He sent me a message. He was, hey, you know that I have this secret rev share? I'm like, yeah, I know about it. I didn't know what it was, but I'm like, I know you're working on something. He goes, so I think he typed like LOL, and he goes, well, are you locked into what you're doing, or do you want to take a look at it? I'm like, I'll take a look at it. So I'm over there at a park at a picnic, and I'm over there watching the video, and so I messaged him. I'm like, I'm in. So I signed up, and then the rest is like, that's why we're here doing this. And then I got introduced to the Mad Marketers group, and all the time I've been saying this for the longest time. 'Cause everybody goes, what do you do? I'm like, I do marketing, even though I'm like, they're like, well, don't you do carpet cleaning? I'm like, carpet cleaning is just kind of like the byproduct of what I do. First, I got to market, get the jobs, and then I do the carpet cleaning. So first, that's part of what I do. Anything that I pretty much that I've done, even to go out and get a job. First, I market myself. You know, there's something about the way that how I do things. Like I can start a job right now like $10 an hour. Like let's say $10 an hour, and I kind of guarantee you that in 30 days I'll be making $15 and then just moving up like really fast. I don't know. It is I don't know. It's maybe the way that I carry myself, um, but it's kind of like the same way with everything that I do. Uh, even with the rev shares. I mean, the type of people that the leaders that we have here in Mad Marketers Group. From Jules to Amin, Matt, Tamor, Nordian. I mean, they are like top quality leaders, top quality mentors, and I'm just like the I don't even know why I'm here. Like as far as the group, I'm honored to be part of the group. I mean, some have a lot of education, some are really like they they have really good sales ability. I don't consider myself like even though I say marketer, but I don't consider myself like a salesperson, like a really pushy person. I consider myself more like I like to build that relationship. Even in carpet cleaning, I like building that relationship with the customer and never like be really sales type of person. I like providing value to my customer. That's why I have the repeat customers. That's why I have all the great reviews online and so forth, because I kind of take, the sales part. I've never been good at. I don't really want to get good at sales. I want to get good at building relationships, and that's what attracted me more into being the mad marketer, and building that connection with people. So when people goes, how do I get signups? I go build a relationship. learn how to build a relationship. And some people, they're like, well, there's got to be more to it, you know. Like I like that's what I'm gonna be teaching all the time. Build that relationship, you know. Do the videos because videos are gonna build that relationship with the other person watching on the other side of the screen. And then when you connect it with Facebook and they get to see you, you know, I'm posting pictures of my kids. You know, I'm a real person with, you know, kids and a family, and that brings that connection. So, and I've been able to build some really good relationships online, uh, in really short amount of time, guys. So I'm really excited to be part of this Mad Marketers group. We're gonna be here to give you the. Not everybody's gonna fit my style, but we have, you know, all of us coming together. I think you're going to be able to relate to one or a couple of us and follow that training. Jules is really good at what he does. Amin is really good at what he does. Matt has a different style. Nordian has a different style. Tamor has a different style. I have a different style. And I think we all together bring in a really collaboration as a team to help every single one of you guys. And I think that's um, where our head and heart is at, to helping and help you kind of, if you're struggling, to help you get to that point where you're making money, being successful. And you know, for those people that are successful, actually, you know, take it as even further, and helping your team as a team. So hopefully that makes sense. And then also my ad story. Well, what an opportunity to be, you know, there from the beginning of my ad story. Um, there's a couple of people doing reviews for my ad stories that don't have the facts right. They don't have the information. They don't have the information that we get from behind the scenes. And some of them are friends that we work in other revenue shares and stuff like that. And you guys are gonna be for a big surprise, because we get the behind the scene story of how it is and how it works. And every time that we talk to Mahmoud and the Skype and stuff like that, like constantly, like every day we're chatting back and forth. We have questions. He has questions. He has answers, and sometimes we have answers. And he tells us what's going on with this and that. And every day we just get more and more excited about it. We get to understand more about it. And so I'm super excited. I could probably just continue and talking, and at least you got some insight of, you know, where I come from. There's a lot of stuff I still don't know about YouTube. There's still a lot of stuff I don't know about Facebook. There's a lot of stuff I still don't know about branding. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know about even relationships and things like that. But that's the nice thing, that we never stop learning. We never stop learning. The little bit that we do know, we want to share it, and help you guys, you know. And I'm learning from a lot of people. Like, I'm learning from people that, you know, that come into my team, and just learning like stuff from how they do stuff in Facebook. See, I'm not the big recruiter, like, you know, some of the people that bring 100, 200 people into a group. Um, my team is like small, and I was just talking to somebody today. I'm like, look, I don't have to bring 100 people. I just want to bring 20 or 30 people, and I'm going to bring the people that bring in 100, 200, because, you know, that's their strength. My strength is not in the big numbers, but bringing in people that bring in big numbers. That's how I want to build my business, so that way I can focus a little bit more on the leaders and help them, help their teams, and live a more of a freedom lifestyle than being, you know, constantly on the phone or on the computer trying to answer questions for 100, 200 people that signed up under me. Because that is, after all, if you're signing up people, that's your responsibility to help them out, not just signing them up and off they go. So, and I'm still working on it. Even you know, 20 and 30 people, that sometimes a little bit overwhelming. So I still got to work on that part, you know, having the kids and you know, just a regular life like everybody else. So with that, hopefully you know a little bit more about me, where I come from, and things like that. And I'll be seeing you guys in the group and of course in the next video.